Welcome back to my channel. Today I am making oat berry cookies. These are so healthy. They're dairy free, they're vegan, there are no nasty ingredients in there, just good whole food ingredients, which is exactly what we want. These are the perfect thing to just grab when you want something sweet or just fancy a nibble, and they're going to save you some money because buying these sort of things in the shop can cost quite a bit. So we're going to get straight into today's video, guys. Please remember to subscribe to my channel and let's do this. What you'll need are 2 mixing bowls. So you're going to need one for the dry ingredients and one for the wet ingredients. And it is as simple as putting all the dry ingredients into one bowl and the wet into the other, and then folding them together. That's it. So I'm just going to take you through the ingredients you need in each of these bowls. So we're going to start with the dry bowl. Of course, you're going to need oats. Now, you can use regular oats. I am slightly allergic to oats and I just prefer not to use them. I go for buckwheat oats as an alternative. They're a lot healthier. I just prefer them. So you need about 3/4 cup of oats, since these are oat cookies. Pop them in the bowl. Then you're going to need some flour. So you can use any flour you want. I would stay away from the white flour. You can use whole wheat. If you have a gluten intolerance, use gluten-free flour. I am using spelt flour. It's just my preferred flour. So pop that in with the oats. 1 teaspoon of baking powder. Also a teaspoon of cinnamon powder. A 1/2 teaspoon of nutmeg. And then I've got some coconut shreds as well, or flakes, either one. I think they're the same. Pop that in there as well. Then you want to give it a good mix. Make sure everything's combined well, especially because we've got some spices in there. You don't want one cookie to be stronger than another. So give it a good mix. And then we're going to move on to the wet ingredients. So I've got 1/2 cup of coconut oil. It needs to be melted. You can warm it up on the stove. So pour that in your wet ingredients bowl. Then we need the same amount of maple syrup. So 1/2 cup in with the coconut oil. And then lastly, you need a tablespoon of vanilla bean extract. Make sure it's pure, make sure it's 100%, because we don't want some dodgy stuff. The other day I was on TikTok and I saw someone had put up, Google, where does vanilla flavoring come from? I'm not gonna tell you guys, just go Google it. So make sure that this is 100% vanilla. So I'm gonna give this a swirl so that all the ingredients combine well, like so. I'm not going to be able to show you without it falling out. You guys know what I mean. Then you need to get your dry ingredients back. Grab yourself a spatula. You guys know how I feel about a spatula. You get everything out. Nothing is left, no waste. And then pour it in to the dry ingredients. You see how much is coming out using the spatula. And now it's time to fold the ingredients together. The last thing to do is add your berries. Now, I'm not into raisins. Normally you would put raisins into this, like oat and raisin cookies. I'm not a fan, so I use cranberries. So get yourself a good handful, depending on how fruity you want your cookies. Pop them in and then just fold them in to the mixture. Make sure they're distributed well, so you've not got too many berries in one part of the mixture. And when that's all mixed together, like so, you want to grab yourself your oven tray, line it with some grease-proof paper, and then it's time for the fun bit. You get your hands dirty. You want to grab yourself a bit of the mixture, squash it in your hands. This is quite wet, this mixture, in comparison to like when I do my chocolate cookies, but that is okay. it means they won't be so dry. So you want to roll them, and then you want to push them down, squash them into a cookie shape, and then you want to just place them on your baking tray. Your hands are going to be a bit of a mess, so give them a good wash. I've got about 8 to 9 cookies out of that mixture, as you can see, and I'm going to pop these in the oven for about 8 to 12 minutes. You don't want to leave them in too long because then they go too hard. Unless you like your cookies like that, then leave them. Just check on them, make sure they don't burn or overcook, because afterwards you want to let them sit for a while. And I know that's going to be hard because you just want to eat them, but they just need to sit and sort of set so they are still a little bit soft. So set your oven at 160 degrees Celsius and place them on the middle shelf. And then this is the time to do a little cleanup. So I'll be back with you when these cookies are ready. They are done. So I'm gonna leave these to rest for a little bit. You'll notice that they are slightly soft, but that's supposed to be like that because that's the reason you let them rest. They harden a little bit, but they stay soft in the middle. Don't make the mistake I made last week where I left them in for longer because I thought they were too soft and then they were quite crunchy. If you like them like that, that's totally cool, but this is how they're supposed to be. So we're gonna let these rest and then I will show you what they look like and taste like. Well, although you can't taste them unless you make them yourself, I'll let you know what they taste like. These look so good and smell incredible. So I'm just gonna place them onto a plate. I always like to stack my cookies like this. That is them done. See how easy that was, and it's healthy and delicious. Shows you there is absolutely no excuse just to make some and have them just in case you need to grab something. So get making yours and let me know in the comments below what you think. Guys, thank you so much for taking the time to watch this week's video. I hope you enjoyed it and I hope you make these gorgeous cookies. Let me know what you think. Don't forget to subscribe to my channel, and I'm over on Instagram if you want to come and say hey. It's at Honestly Alessandra. Until next week, guys, stay safe and stay healthy. Bye, guys.